How's it going tonight, everybody? Thanks for watching Common Sense Talks. So tonight we're going to have a little lighthearted fun. We're going to talk about some gaming stuff. We're going to talk about collectible stuff. We're going to talk about kind of like how the economy's crashing, hyperinflation. You got like everything right now that's tangible. There's almost like a stock market of goods right now. It's so crazy. So give me a quick second. Be right back. Well, I'll explain it to you guys right now. There's like a stock market of goods in a sense. Is like there's baseball card values are rising. People are like investing in like Kobe Bryant cards and stuff like that. People are, if you haven't heard, there's a story about this place called Blackwater. They're buying up entire communities. So they're going in, they're these billion-dollar investment firms, right? They're going in and they're straight up paying 50%, 20% over asking. So let's say a home's for like $1 million, they're paying $2 million. The home's 500,000, they're paying $1 million. And they're coming in and they're buying entire neighborhoods, like every single house, not just 50%. I mean, they're buying every single home in the neighborhood. So there's some crazy stories going on right now we could talk about, but also want to talk about, some gaming stuff. Can't find a PlayStation or an Xbox if you really wanted one right now. I'm actually going to see if we can buy one online right now while we're live. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go check one out and say buy a PlayStation 5. Let's see here. Let's go to the PlayStation store. Let's see if they sell them there online. So it's crazy. There's just shortages of everything right now. So it's hard to get a lot of stuff. A lot of people aren't working. People are just, especially like if it's, what do you call it? Like if it's, they don't have that there. I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. So, oh man, they're selling them for crazy prices right now. So they're online for like $1,000 right now, $800 right now. So let's see here. Best Buy. Let's go to that. See if we can even find a PS5 on Best Buy. So search PS5. Let's see if we can find any. Yeah, $4.99. Sold out. 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 You can order a freaking game and a controller. That's pathetic. Every single package is sold out. Completely sold out. And then you go online right now and you can find the $399 PS5 right now is currently was online for $800. I've seen that one. So a bunch of scalpers and bastards, basically. That's capitalism for you, right? I guess, that's the part of the downsides of it. So especially when you get crony capitalism, when you get it on a large scale, when people are like dumping stocks and doing some crazy stuff. And Congress knows about things beforehand, and they get reports and stuff. These people hold stocks, or family members hold stocks. You wonder, how the hell do these people go in to government, right? Like Joe Biden as a normal Joe, supposedly, and their salaries are only like 100 and some thousand change, $200,000. How are these guys instantly millionaires, like very quickly? Most of them. So it's pretty crazy. So anyways, smash that like if you get a chance. You're solo. Yep, I'm solo tonight. So Postal broke that reel and won't work and won't tighten. Oh, those bastards. And I didn't get a, an insurance on it. I tell you what, I'll send you another one, brother. So I'm going to get Ewing Kennedy a spinning rod or spinning reel. found. So I'll go ahead and send you another one. Don't worry. We'll get you an unopened one. I wanted to send you one from my personal collection. That way you had, you know, a piece of common sense fishing stuff. So, but apologize for that. But we'll make sure we take care of it. So you know me. We always make good on our promises. So again, tonight we're going to have some lighthearted fun. We're talking about some pop culture stuff. And as always, too, if you guys want, bring up any comments, you know, let me know what you want to talk about, any topics you want to cover. And this is that channel where we're allowed to do that. So the Lose is holding up well. Great. So sorry about the reel, though. Yeah, that Lose was a pretty decent reel. I liked it. I used it a lot. That was like one of my personal favorites. That's why I wanted to make sure you got that. So I had a couple others I could have sent you, but I sent you one of my top dogs. I have, you know, it's not super expensive, but the combo is like $170. So, you know, it was a decent reel for sure. But all right, folks, thanks for watching. Smash that like if you get a chance. Share the video while we're live right now. Maybe to your Facebook page or other stuff. Let people know, hey, Common Sense Talks is on. And this isn't just fishing, so we can talk about anything and everything you want. You guys want to get into some sports. Are you a Raider fan? Are you a Niner fan? So I just, you know, I love getting fired up into video games, sports, collectibles, nerd stuff. You know it. I just get down that way. So love it. Throw it on the car fire stick and it flips well. Yeah, the spin, like a little, just a while back before I still used it for a while, but smooth, all that good stuff. So let's get this therapist down, baby. So we're doing these live streams in the news and opinion section on YouTube. What do you think, RC? Should I move this into like gaming and other stuff? What category do you think Common Sense Talks belongs in? Because eventually I want to try to avoid from the super hot button stuff where I get all emotional, fired up. I want to make sure I can present some good stuff to you guys. Again, we're going to be doing those ones where I can share the screen. And so if we're going to talk like about a video game, I can pop the video game up and even play it while you guys are watching me. Or if we're going to talk about sports, hell, we can go over some Bo Knows, go over some Bo Jackson highlights, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. What's your favorite team? See, I love the Niners, but I love football. And then not only that, just I love watching beastly dudes just smash people, right? Like UFC, football, just all that kind of sports. I'm not into like the more like baseball I do like, but it's not as right, like wrestling and boxing and MMA and stuff like that, and football, right? Very, very hands-on and very collision-y, a lot of impacts and a lot of tough stuff going on. So I like, you know, I like a lot of the different players. Randy Moss, Raider Perry, you know, from the old school guys to the new school guys, from Mike Ditka, from Romanowski, the beast. You know what I mean? That guy's been on every team. Deion Sanders, he was a Niner. He was like, he's been on a bunch of teams. What did he play for? The Braves? He played baseball, football. Dude was badass. So I love getting down to a channel where I think better traction is sports or fishing. No worries, brother. Go ahead and do your thing. But I think you're probably right. Sports, maybe, because I do sports and stuff like that. And fishing, we talk about fishing a lot, which is in sports. So sports probably covers the whole 9 yards. It's just I do want to go over, like, I'm not no Tim Pool, but I want to go over some stuff, you know, try to bring attention to certain stories. Also, like, let everybody know when the next craze is going on, like GameStonks, GameStop, AMC. You know, again, not trying to give financial advice, but for example, a lot of people, if they had known about the AMC and the GameStop craze when the Reddit forums were really tearing off, and those stocks were in the pennies or dollars. And then they jump up to $60. That's where you put $100 in and you get thousands out. I mean, yeah, astronomical increases in your return. So well, I want to cover stuff like that, get into all kinds of hot topic stuff. But thanks for watching, guys and gals. So Common Sense Talks here. This is my little Pee-wee channel. I'm doing some live streams. As you can see, we only have one homie hanging out. We had a couple. We had two at one time. But I'm sure we might get a couple other people on before we get off for the night. I just wanted to drop a quick video, let you guys know I'm still here, still alive. Planning on really trying to put some oomph into this channel, feed some of my people from the fishing channel over to here to get you guys watching this stuff. And I don't want to be pumping too much controversial stuff, but talk about sports, talk about collectibles, music, talk about cameras, videos, high quality this as far as like, you know, microphones and video recording stuff and just all kinds of topics. I'm a nerd at heart, and I love, you know, going down rabbit holes and learning about stuff. So, you know, no topic too big or small to go over, kind of. That's the idea here. And I want to be kind of centrically focused on collectibles, gaming, sports, and kind of my opinion, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get some people basically to jump in, join, smash that subscribe button if you're new here. Common Sense Talks, where we go over all kinds of stuff. Now, these live streams, I try to drop them every once in a while. We're trying to build up the channel. You can come follow me on Common Wednesday, and Friday, every sometimes I'm late, and if I miss a show, I try to drop in today and fill in. So here now, this channel is very small. We don't have a lot of subscribers, so I'm able to kind of push the boundaries, talk about stuff. But at the same time, that's not my goal really. What I want to do here is build this community and build a online presence where it's not just fishing related. So this is basically everything else, you know, other than fishing and outdoors and camping and stuff like that. We're gonna get into some hunting soon, so hopefully you guys dig that. I'm probably gonna be doing some bow and arrow and knife hunting. I'm not allowed to have a gun, unfortunately, due to decisions and things that happened when I was 19 and that I was actually innocent of, but it's a long story. If you guys like to hear it, we can go down that road one of these days. But so yeah, I'd probably like to get into bow hunting and stuff like that. So that's probably going to happen on the other channel soon. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. And this channel is just, again, all about fun stuff. So now I want to talk about, where do I get all of my cool stuff, right? You see all this cool stuff behind me. Where did you get it? So a lot of this stuff I've been collecting over the years. Some of it I'll turn you on to a really good site. If you get a chance, go check out pristineauction.com. They have lots of cool things up for auction. And the way that I do it is I select my filter and I put it to lowest bid first. So I don't want to go look at the Kobe Bryant autograph stuff selling for thousands of dollars. So they start off with everything for $1. Right? So you do that, and you can find baseballs, baseball shirts, bats, hats, jerseys, footballs, all that for like $1 is what the starting bid is. And sometimes you can get things like an autographed baseball that's legit and real as hell, and it isn't a fake, signed in front. They even have pictures with the dude signing it, you know, and serial numbers and everything's legit. And they're one of the best known online auction agencies. You can get autograph balls $5-10 sometimes. You know, I paid a couple $100 for some items that I really wanted. I've got a Magic Johnson autograph basketball, but not all my stuff came through there. But it's a cool place, so if you get a chance, go check it out. So Pristine Auction, great place to get a lot of cool sporting stuff like this. We got the Street Fighter there, had that for a while. You can kind of see the Centipede and Galaga that I got right here with the books on it. And then we got the other Street Fighter 2 right here. We used to have a Mortal Kombat 2, but she broke, and I sold her just for the cabinet and hardware. Probably somebody can fix her up. I don't think the control board was broke. I think the tube went out. So someone probably got a sweet deal. I only sold it for like $400, and it's original Mortal Kombat 2. Probably could have went for thousands. So that Street Fighter, on the other hand, is definitely a relic. It's the real deal, 1990 something, 93 or 94. So, and everything's original. So we love collectibles on this show. Smash that like if you get a chance. And this is Common Sense Talks. We talk about all kinds of cool, fun stuff. Have a beer, have a good time, talk about collectibles, sports, opinion, news. And I'm very open. So this is a small channel right now. We're trying to grow it. So you leave a comment, and I'm going to comment back. We're going to be able to have a good, good conversation right now until the channel gets bigger, right? Over on my other channel, Common Sense Fishing, it's still, it's a decent sized channel, but, we're still able to have a good conversation like this. Eventually, as the channel grows and grows, it'll be harder to have the conversations. This is why I have members on the Common Sense Fishing channel, because we're going to have members only live streams where it'll be stuff like this. So if you get a chance, go check it out, support that channel as well. I have two channels, Common Sense Fishing, Common Sense Talks. So anyways, what am I drinking tonight, folks? Not condoning the drink or alcohol, not trying to support it or anything, but hey, Confused Therapist, 10.4%. This thing packs the wallop and will knock you on your butt, and it tastes pretty good. So cheers to everybody. Hope you guys are doing good, getting prepped for this weekend. Got one more day. It's about to be Friday tomorrow. And today I worked my butt off. I don't know if you guys know, but I do heating and air conditioning. So if you're interested in some air conditioning videos, some how-tos, you're interested in some heating videos, I can help show you guys how to work on and at least tune up or check your heating and air conditioning equipment before you need to call a professional like me. Things like breakers, fuses, filters, clean coils, airflow, thermostat batteries, wiring being loose, where it's low voltage and stuff, wire nuts. Little things like the hole behind the thermostat, and if there's a filter nearby, when the unit turns on, it will pull hot air from the attic, make your unit run forever or do weird things. I got a lot of friends that could attest to the fact that they've called me up for some crazy stuff, and I show up, they're all worried and they don't know what's going on. They think they need a new thermostat, maybe even replaced it once already, and it's doing the same stupid thing. There's always that hole in the wall. So anyways, we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. So kind of tonight, just jumped on to just kind of have fun, ramble, go down the rabbit hole, so to speak, and let you guys know that I plan on putting a lot more effort into this channel, trying to grow it, because I'm trying to separate my fishing stuff and outdoors with my collectible and fun stuff and gaming and news and opinion and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching. If you get a chance, smash that subscribe and like button, and leave a comment if you'd like. I'm open to conversate and chat. So and in case you guys are wondering, no, that's not a green screen. And I'll be more than happy to pull stuff off of the wall if you guys would like. Now we can start going through some of it if you'd want to. Make this a collectibles night. Talk about some of the cool stuff I've got. Do you guys have a man cave? Do you guys have any collectibles? It's not good to be too bought into physical things in life, because it's our loved ones and it's our memories and moments that matter in life. It's not our physical stuff, because we can't take it with us. But it's pretty cool still to have some fun stuff. So if you guys like, I'd be more than happy to kind of show you guys around my collection. I've got fishing trophies, I've got Funko Pops and collectible dolls, I've got G.I. Joes and Transformers, we've got all kinds of cool books. I've got a case full of autographed, graded, very expensive cards. Excuse me, I've got some New York street art right there. A lot of autographed toys over here. We've got Willy Wonka's hat autographed. A ton of autographed baseball bats and baseballs in this corner. We've got autographed Frank Thomas bat, Frank Thomas poster. We got the Niners team all signed there. Now on this wall where you can't see a lot of, I got a ton of cool stuff over there. So anyways, always happy to conversate and go over some of the cool stuff. So, if you guys are interested in a lot of the different stuff. And then you might wonder, well, what's that stuff? So I've got some stuff in the corner here. This is for our toy drive. So in Common Sense Fishing, I'm going to be taking care of kids for Christmas this year, like I usually try to do. And we're doing something where we take people on fishing trips and they donate cash or toys. And I take care of kids for Christmas. Pretty simple. So, yeah, stoked about that. Now, tonight here on Common Sense Talks, I wanted to, let's bring it back up. Before I went down my little rabbit hole, we were talking about how hard it is to find a PS5. So right now, I'm online. I'm looking at PS5s right now. They're going for $1,100 to $1,200. I'm seeing the cheapest PS5 right now. Oh, excuse me. I think is $775. Isn't that crazy? $775, and it looks like it's been opened. The next one up, it looks like we've got an $800 one, and those are the $399. So people are basically doubling their money. So when the PlayStation 5 came out, they're coming out and they're basically buying, as many as you can. GameStop and my money anywhere where I see that there's woke crazy. Of them are going that route nowadays, but I'm kind of pissed at Xbox right now, and they're all sold out. So we hit Target up, we hit Walmart up, we hit Best Buy up. Let's check Amazon. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, all sold out. So what has Amazon got? Currently unavailable. Boom, boom, boom. Nada for nada. So you can't buy a PS5 right now if you wanted to. Now let's look at an Xbox as well. So let's see about the Xbox. Are they faring any better? Xbox Series, is the X or the S better? Let's go with the Series X. Well, would you look at that? The Series S, 512 gigabyte all digital console disc free. That one's available for $299. The $500 Xbox is sold out. So is the other one. So looks like Xboxes are sold out too. So it's pretty crazy. Right now too, here's the deal. A lot of things are made in China, Korea, Taiwan, Japan, whatever, right? They're made in Mexico, made all over the place. And even the ones that are made in America, a lot of factories are shuttered. Well, we have started up. You still have issues with supply chains. And a lot of our stuff, let's say we can build 90% of the let's just say Xbox in America. There's still the chip, right, that needs to come from China or wherever. And certain materials and certain products are basically like blacklisted, blackballed, like where you cannot get them. Not because they don't want you to, but because the commodity is so scarce. Supply is very low. Demand is very high. You got all these people stuck home, nobody working. You got all this money that was infused into the system in a bad way, in my opinion. And now You have people that want to spend money, but they can't even spend it because half the stuff is just not available. There's shortages of chlorine, so you can't treat your swimming pool. There's just shortages of everything left and right. The meat shortages. We've had cyber attacks. So things are kind of going crazy right now. So it's good to just relax sometimes and just play some video games or chill, because if you let it get to you, a lot of it'll get to you, if you just go down that rabbit hole too much. That's why it doesn't hurt to just put your feet up and just smell the roses in life, because you're not going to live forever. So anyways, let's chill over here off to the side. I'm going to go see my friend Casper. Since this channel is so small, I'm not too worried about it. We'll see you guys in a second. Give me a moment. Be right back. The live stream isn't going anywhere. I'm going to go right over here and talk to my buddy. Then I'll be right back. All right, so got that all taken care of real quick. Ah, 10%. Yeah, that's why I'm coughing. That's a beer down the wrong pipe. Excuse me. You ever do that? Go to take a drink of beer and it gets in your throat? How you doing? Anyways, I just wanted to come on, talk to you guys, let you guys know I'm still alive. We're focusing on this channel a little bit here. I want to do a lot of cool different stuff. Well, we need to get the channel to grow. In order to do that, I need to make some good content. I know this. But if we can just get some subscribers here, if we can get some of the people over from my fishing channel, Facebook pages, stuff like that, it just really helps to see the growth. Because right now, this channel is just growing really slow, but I don't put a lot of effort into it. So I'm trying to make sure I come on every once in a while, do these live streams. And I'll tell you what, I've noticed big time. I tell you big time that my other channel, like whenever I go live, I get way less votes than I do if I make an actual video and I release it. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. So, little quick story. I joined Reddit, and I have a new account. So over on Reddit, I try to post stuff, and they won't even let me because they're like, "You have a new account. You're a bot." And it's like, what? Just because, see, like everybody thinks. I'll tell you what. I didn't even get on Facebook until I got divorced. I was super antisocial, like online stuff. I was always like brick and mortar stores and face-to-face personal meetings, bars, parties, clubs, whatever, human to human interaction. The internet's great, and I watch YouTube videos. I had some kind of an online presence, played video games. I had my profiles, my email. I was not dumb at all or illiterate to the internet. But I knew what social media would do to you, right? And I just avoided it. I knew you could find all your old girlfriends. I knew they could find you. I knew you could message people. I knew that, like, man, that's just how much so much drama and crap happens a lot in life too, is through social media. So I was very adamant in not getting it until just about 8 years ago or so, something like that, 8, 9 years ago. And so I just barely created a Reddit account. Believe it or not, I just created a Twitter account and then deleted it. I hate Twitter. Then I just created a Instagram account, and that's cool. I'm leaving that up. So I have now basically a Reddit, an Instagram, a Facebook, and a YouTube. Right? I should get on like Rumble or whatever you call it, or Minds, or all these other different things, and BitChute or whatever, and branch out eventually. That'd be cool. So maybe on my fishing channel, because it's way more ahead of this one. But all I need to do is make one viral video or hit a nerve and get a discussion going with a subject, and that'd be cool, and go somewhere with the channel. Because on this, excuse me, I'm really willing to just speak my mind, but also I want to try to avoid from being, anything that's just overly negative. Because the idea, we come to YouTube to escape and to be entertained and to be educated. So I'd also like to focus on the weird, the unique, the fun, the just the cool, right? That's really what I want to do as well. And focus on, that's why I like gaming, news, opinion, hot topics. I love the possibilities that having that kind of focus has. That's why I want to put a lot of effort into this channel eventually. So if you get a chance, smash that subscribe button. If you're new here, check it out. This is just a very relatively newer channel, so I'm experimenting. I'm going to do some other videos. I'm actually going to go and probably start shooting some actual videos like I do my videos, right? With the GoPro, maybe go interview some people, talk to some people, and just do something and get out, right? Go to like some GameStops and interview some people. Like, have you heard about the stock market thing? And did you get involved, or, hey, why is it so hard to get a dang Xbox or PlayStation? Other stuff too. So we can talk about all kinds of cool stuff here. So also, if you want, leave a comment, leave a like, let me know. I'm totally open to talk about different subjects, anything you guys want to talk about. I'm an open book. I'm very opinionated in the sense that I've studied or researched a lot of subjects. Everything that I go off of is from my mind and memory. However, I can pull up receipts real quickly, but it shouldn't be an argument. It should be a discussion. So when the other person speaks, I need to shut up. People need to shut up and listen. And when you listen, right, to someone else speaking to you, you need to listen with the intent to understand what they are speaking, not to pick off weaknesses, flaws, or things and then rebut them and attack them, or how do you win them? So listen to them, first of all. Understand them. And it doesn't mean you have to agree with them, like them, anything, right? Point is listen to the words, listen to the person, and understand what they're saying. Then you can truly answer back in the conversation in life, right? And whether that's like to say, I don't agree with you, or I do agree with you, either way, what you're doing is you're going to have a deeper conversation with others by listening. So that's a super golden rule that I don't think is taught much anymore, is that we need to spend more time listening to understand instead of listening to respond. So I think I'm very guilty of this. I don't know about you. Tell me, when you're watching something, right? You're sitting on YouTube and you're watching a video, you're watching a movie, and the actor is running and they're trying to get away from the monster, and they trip and fall. And you're like, you dumbo, didn't you see there's like a soccer ball or a toy in the middle of the yard? And you're like, I would have seen that. I would have ran. I would have escaped. You're always second guessing, right? I'm very guilty of that. Now, the point is, we all can, that's bad writing in movies and videos, yada, yada. But in a conversation, a lot of the times, what we do is we listen, and what we're doing is we're ready to critique, we're ready to respond, right? Because life to almost everybody is about them. My life is about me and my kids and my wife and my friends and family, right? I understand and I'm aware of everyone else, but to each and every individual, they are the center of their universe in a sense, right? Because I mean, let's be real, that's how life is we all have to worry about our own being, right? We got to have a roof over our head, we got to have food, shelter, right? It's all about us first, then it's about everything else in a basic animalistic form, right? So a lot of us, what we tend to do is when we're talking to each other, we're not listening. Half of it is just, and the other half that we're catching is like, how can I respond to this person, or what are they saying that I can attack? If it's a conversation that you don't agree with, especially if you agree with, you can actually suffer from confirmation bias, where you're too much agreeing. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah. Everybody agrees, and really you kind of don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's cool phenomenon to be able to self-reflect, right? We're not animals, so we can sit back and realize when we make mistakes, and we can choose what we do with those mistakes. Do we learn from them? Are we open about them? Do we hide them? Do we compartmentalize them and tuck them away? Do they become parts of us that eat at us or like define who we are? Or do we conquer them and defeat them? And each and every individual, we're all different, right? Depending on how we were raised, you know, how our parents raised us. Friends are super important, because your parents could be one way, but if you have a strong influence in psychology, they say you're going to be like the 5 people, closest people to you. That's what you'll turn out like in life. And I don't know if it's 100% correct, but the idea is surround yourself with successful or happy, positive people, and then you will hopefully be happy, positive, successful, right? And if you're surrounded in negativity and hate and anger, then that's how you're going to be. And that's very profound, because some of us don't have a choice in what we're surrounded in. And that's real crazy right there, as far as like, because we know for a fact that a child or a person will most likely turn out to be like the 5 closest people to that person. So, and they only count your mom and dad as 2 of those. They give you 3 friends, teachers, relatives, whatever, that are going to influence you, I think. Or they may count the parents and it may be 5 others. I forget. But there's a study done on this. And they look at failures, they look at successful people, and they look at kind of like middle of the road people. And they did a study. I don't remember what it was, but again, try to remember that a lot of what I talk about is from memory, from things that I read or I researched or heard about. So it may or may not be true, but most likely, like I said, I'm pretty diligent about my stuff as far as when I do research it or look it up, try to make sure it's not BS. And then when I do believe something and I'll repeat it later, I may forget heard it from or seen it, but if I'm like, at the time, if I critically think about something and I buy into it, then I'm sold until there's enough evidence to prove otherwise, right? So you show me the moon, you say it's this, okay, I'm bought in that it is what it is, unless something else happens, right? You talk about the tides, right? The moon affects the tides. I buy in, I believe your science, unless there's some proof to say it is what it is, right? So I'm just that kind of person. I try to think critically. So once I buy into something, I'll remember it. I'll be like, all right, this is the fact. This is it. But if I'm proven wrong, I'll totally be like, okay, I was wrong. And I don't really, I think critical thinking skills like that, that's a big piece of what's missing in life nowadays from any perspective, whether you believe, what side you're on, left, right, center, political this, that, this, well, poor, rich, medium, because we've all got a story to tell. Nobody's the same. And it's just life's super unique. That's why I think it all boils back down to, here's what I'm circling around with this, is that like it's super important that we listen to one another, just for the fact of understanding. Is even if at the end we agree to disagree, if you can hold your horses enough to let someone finish their story, their sentence, their statement, and you digest what they're saying, by the time you respond, instead of a knee-jerk reaction or something that may have sounded stupid or not even been correct, you have a better chance and opportunity for your brain to digest it, for you to actually critically think about it, and then come up with a coherent, actual response instead of a knee-jerk or an emotional one, because that's more like animalistic, like what would you say, instincts, feelings. We need to be more logical and smart. Now, that don't mean we're Vulcan, right, where we throw away all our feelings and emotions. But so anyways, long story short, that's why I think it's important we listen to each other. And I'd love to listen to you guys. So there's that comment button. There's the like button. Well, it's actually down there, but I'm looking up here. So if you guys get a chance, smash that like button. Also, I love some interaction. And if you guys don't want, I'm just going to ramble throughout the night then anyways and talk about some things I've been thinking about. So earlier, like I said, we talked about the PS5 has been incredibly hard to find. Xbox, incredibly hard to find. They're being bought up by people and then resold. What's up? What do you? What? What do you need? You need from me? What?
I don't want Yeah.
It's right there, fool. Here, clear it. And keep
No,
your
I mean,
shuster shut.
get a little bit.
No. Or fine out of that, yeah. Yeah. Don't go greedy now.
I'm not.
That's my brother right there. All right. Well, we love our family, right? So my little bro's right there. He's at the door. Come say hi.
I will.
So anyways, I think it's, again, super important that we try to meet each other halfway, understand a little bit about each other before we.
Yeah, man. Family is definitely important.
There's my little bro right there. So.
All right, bro. I gotta go.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. Appreciate the love.
Yep.
All right,
Take
I'll
it.
see you later.
Yep. See you later. Be safe, buddy. So. All right. On to the other subjects. So again, recap. We talked about PlayStation, Xbox, scarcity, chips in China, just stuff being hard to get, manufactured stuff in other countries, hard to get. Pandemics closed everything down. We're starting to get back up. Some states are, some states aren't. Some rules are tight, some rules are loose. Some people are still tripping, some people aren't. So it's not this, it's like a lurching start to the economy and to things. We'll get going eventually, hopefully, but everybody's got to be fired on similar pistons. And you've got one person's like, we still need masks and social distance. Everybody better have vaccines. And then you got the other guys like, let's go, suck it, get the economy back going. And it's like imagine a person who just had like a stroke. That's like America right now, super divided, regardless of what side you're on. I love everybody. I want to see everybody succeed. That's actually probably one of my biggest flaws in life. I don't hate very many people, if any. And even people that have done me wrong, I'm super easy to forgive them eventually. And I'll let people back in only so many times. Eventually, what I'll do is I'll cut someone out of my life. If I decide they're too toxic, the relationship's too poisonous, the person's just not healthy for me, certain lifestyles, whatever, then fine. I'll just like, hey, well, I'm done. But I'm never mean. I'm never rude. And it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Let your
Oh yeah, they stole my wedding ring and pawned it. Should we talk?
No, what the fuck?
Ah, you hear him talking shit in there.
No, I said
Ooh.
family talk shit to each other.
Oh yeah, we do. I'll kick your ass, boy. See this fool try to be like, because he knows I'm tough on family. And I'm not as tough on other people because I don't know you. I can't judge you, but I grow up with my family. I know my family.
Oh, bro.
Love you.
Love you too, bro.
All right. So, anyways, I'm big on accountability though too, not shirking one's responsibilities or when you're guilty or when you're positive or negative. Right? You need to own up, or at least self-analyze and try to fix. Right? As again boils back to listen to each other. So if you're doing something wrong, look at it and fix it. Same thing for in fishing. I just did a video about that on Common Sense Fishing where it's like, hey, if you're sucking at fishing and you're not catching anything, what the hell are you doing wrong? So then in order to think about that, you have to think about, okay, like, was I fishing too fast? Have I tried fishing really slow? Or was I fishing too slow? Have I tried fishing faster? Or have I been bottom bouncing all night or all day? Have I tried using a crankbait, a spinnerbait, a jerkbait, top water? Have I done something other than bottom bounce? Have I just been throwing jigs and shaky heads and Ned rigs and drop shots all day? Well, duh, that's probably why you're not catching any fish. They're probably all in the upper water column. And you might not see them on your fish finder because they're all scattered up and high, and your fish finder seeing down low. And whenever your boat comes near them, they're just moving away. Who knows? All I'm saying is, like, you got to analyze your mistakes or like your things, even if they're not mistakes, right? If you're not getting the success that you want, you have to look to what you've been doing up to that point and figure that something ain't right if you're not getting better, right? If you're not having growth and progress towards your goal, or if not, hitting them, then something's wrong, especially if you're getting worse or just stagnant, then, you're not making any progress. So anyways, going over life lessons here. I got a little friggin' buzz going on with my little confused therapist, and then I became the confused therapist. I guess today's video should be titled The Confused Therapist. Come watch Common Sense Talks. Have a good time. So now, draft's pretty much all done, right? And about to get into the season soon. I've been super out of the loop, though, on football because I like to go to the games. So I'm fired up. I want to go to a Niner game real bad. So I think I'm going to be looking at tickets. I'm going to be looking at like what I can possibly do. Me and the wife probably going to go. I'll probably take her. She's a big Niner fan too. So go out and see a game. I took my dad. I was so excited to take my dad. Poor dad's never been to a Niner game. I'm like, we're going. And we got good seats, like $500-$600 seats a piece. I didn't care. I was like, and this is when they were cheap because they didn't expect them to do good that year, and then they just did really good. I think it was the year they went to the Super Bowl, and they were like kind of unsure because the year before they were shitty, and it was super close. It was like the Arizona home game that they went into overtime. They almost won, and they got called back, and it was super crazy. But they lost ultimately, but still, it was one hell of an experience. Me and my dad had a great time. Super, super fun. So now I got to take the wife. We're going to go see a game probably. So excited to do that. So I'll report back to you guys. Now, one thing, I tell you what, I hate about the dang games in the stadiums. You go to a 49er stadium and a 49er game, they do not have a 49er store with autographed 49er gear. Being that these are the damn 49ers, it's their home stadium, they should have like a department filled with footballs and cleats and gloves and shirts and pants and footballs and cards or whatever, all autographed, all by Niner Fools, because they like contractually can have them obliged. So they sit them down, do it. It's a ton of money you can make. And then for the players that don't sell well, you can put them on like freaking discounts and stuff. But the point is, you can go to like a Giants game and go buy a Buster Posey legit game used freaking like a catcher's helmet autographed and everything, one of one, like the shit, right? 5, 6, 7, $800, something like that. Just depends on when you get there. They even have auctions where the people bid on it. You can bid on multiple things. You put your max bid, you put your minimum bid, and then people come in, and then wherever it lands, right? And I seen dudes selling like Buster Posey stuff that was going for $800 to $600, and then I got a Will Clark because hella people were going for the Buster Posey and for some other stuff, and they were sleeping, and I got the Will Clark for like the minimum bet. And it was like the legit shit from the freaking San Francisco Giants stadium. Like, how the do you do that, man? I got like a freaking $200 easy plus ball for like oh, that's a fat come up. And I ain't selling that shit. It's chilling in my case right up there that you can't see. I got Willie Mays, I got Hank Aaron, I got Will Clark, I got Lou Gehrig, I got what's his name? Oh, damn it. Oh, Ty Cobb autograph stuff too. But yeah, so that's expensive. But these cards are valued at between $40 and $200 a piece. The ones that I have, because they're new, like they're a special card, but they're his real deal autograph. They take a letter of his and they buy it from an estate for like $100,000 or $50,000. They buy a letter. It's got all, and then they chop it all up, right? And then each word or whatever, that's like his autograph. It's his writing, right? And it's all legit. So from his estate and everything. Anyways, I'm into that kind of stuff, collecting stuff, fun stuff. I'm also a nerd, big Dungeon and Dragon fan, big wizards and warriors and spells and friggin' all that bullshit. Yep, I read books when I get bored at night or when I don't have much going on. I haven't been doing it too much lately, and I read like a speed read, so I'll read a fat book in like 3 to 5 days minimum. Or max, sometimes in 1 to 2 days, I'll read the whole book, just burn right through it. So it's like watching a movie in my head. So I get it over with, and I enjoy it. So I'll when I get into a book, I just read it until I'm done, and I'm done, and then I'll wait for a while until I read another one. But yeah, I'm big into reading. Don Quixote, all the other cool stuff. I've read Shakespeare. All that other fun stuff. I've taken lots of college classes, but I read for fun. Yes, I do. But most of it is fantasy and sci-fi and fun stuff that's not real, because there's so much bullshit and boringness in real life. Why not enjoy something that, at least if it is real, that'd be awesome, but it ain't real. So it's fun as far as, to get to read books about, magic and dragons and all that good stuff. So may lose you there, but I tell you what, hey, I'm being real, being honest. That's why you see my buddy Dritz over there. You see him right there behind my head. He is right there. That's Dritz Duerden. Those are his swords right there. There's RoboCop. So super big nerd. That's an original RoboCop right there. And yeah, there's the Halo Humvee. So I could point out some cool stuff. We got G.I. Joe. I know you guys know that. And I know you see my fishing trophy here, there, and there's one behind me. But anyways, there's, I think, is that Tom Rathman? Or Tom Rathman, I think that is right there. And I have a bunch of Niner mini helmets. Nick Bosa right there. So, anyways, no green screen. This is my little man cave. I have my little air conditioner on the wall. I can turn it on and off. I love it in here. I get to kick it and hang out. It's like my little cave. And this is where we'll stack all of the toy drive toys for a while. And also it's my heating and air office. So I got like buckets of copper. You can probably see right here is a bucket of copper wire that I really don't want to strip. Behind it though, over here where you can't see, is a bucket of clean copper, probably worth a couple hundred or 100 and some change. And right here, they had a sale on the Ryobi. I know they're not the greatest tools, but I've had them, and they've lasted me now for 3 years at least, and I've done a shite ton of work with them. My multi-tool, my drill, my impact, my flashlight, and I've even used my saw on occasion. It comes with a disc saw, right? So you can cut wood and stuff with it. And the multi-tool is one of my favorite. You know, the impact and drill is awesome. So anyways, that's like a $600-700 kit right there basically, and it's on sale. They were selling them for like $190. I was like, you're smoking crack. I'm buying like at least one, and I already have one. So I was thinking about buying 2 of them even, just to have, because that shit, you know, things are only going to get more expensive, folks. I hate to admit it. Let's put it to you this way. You can research and look. Milk was 25 cents a gallon. Gas was 50 cents a gallon, 25 cents a gallon. Bread, 10 cents a loaf. But the average guy got paid maybe $1, $1.50, $2 an hour. But your rent was $40 a month. Or whatever, right? Your things were not very, the average American easily could afford a car. There weren't even loans. You save up and you buy the dang thing. I mean, they had loans, but you look back at our history, right? And things were cheap, right? And just as the years go by, everything just starts costing more and more and more. And barely ever in life has something gone from costing less to costing more to costing less again. The stock market does, gold and silver may, right? But your home is never going to be worth $40,000 again, ever. Like they were, like you could go and 60 years ago, a giant nice house was $40,000 to $60,000, $70,000 in a lot of nice neighborhoods. Even in the beach areas, Santa Cruz, Monterey, you might have got a home in the 50s or 40s or 60s for 40 to 100 grand. Now they're $1 million, $2 million homes. What the? Nothing has gone up, has come back down like that. Nothing. Bread is not 10 cents a loaf anymore. Never will be. Gas is not, and milk is not 25 cents a gallon. It never will be. We are never going to be paid $2 an hour again. Money and the value of it keeps going up and up and up, and the value keeps going down and down and down. The inflation goes up and up and up, and it all stems back to the gold standard. And when the Federal Reserve changed the gold standard and our money not being backed by gold or silver, it then allowed them to print money like toilet paper, basically fiat money. So here, I'm going to print a bunch of money, and because I have guns and all the army and military and I'm the government, I say it's worth something. That's why money's worth something. Otherwise, it's not backed by shit anymore. It used to be legitimately backed by something. Like you had to have as much gold in the Federal Reserve as you had money available on the market, so that if the public wanted to exchange their cash for gold, it was a legit exchange. Now that does not exist. It's not existed for like 90 years or some odd shit. And so our money has just worse. So get used to $10 burgers. Get used to $5, $10 a gallon gas. Get used to Going to McDonald's with you, your wife, and one kid or two kids, and how it used to be $22. You're used to spending $80, $60 when you go to fast food, easy, or 100 or more. Get used to going to the stores and them having a lot of meat shortage or food shortages, and you just having to buy what the hell is ever on sale or that they have. Get used to rent being astronomically high as like it's most of your money, and they know like what it takes basically to pay rent, to buy some food, pay your little internet bill, have some gas, whatever. And then basically life is set up right now where everything costs so much you just never can grow, you can never get anywhere. It's very hard to anyways. And it's only going to get worse with inflation. So if you struggled hard and you managed to save 10 grand, I got 10 grand in the bank. Your 10 grand last year would have bought you a stack of wood this big. Your 10 grand this year gets you a stack of wood this big. So your money disappeared. So the value of your savings is dramatically decreased. That's what inflation does. So we are all fooged real bad here in a bit. The economy is going to collapse. I think it's going to anyways. The stock market's going to crash. Housing market's going to crash. Things will hopefully correct themselves unless we get invaded, which is not very likely because we're very strategically safe. We're thousands of miles away from other land. So China, Japan, Russia, wherever, any other place has a lot of ocean they got to cross to come mess with us. And if they did, even though we're bickering, you still got Mexico, Canada, South America. You got England, Europe, Britain, Germany. You got all the European countries, Australia. It wouldn't be an easy thing, right? So I'm not saying that the end of the world's coming, but I'm saying that there's going to be a massive crash before things can get better because we're at a giant bubble right now. We're at a massive bubble where we've printed a ton of money. Housing markets have inflated. Everything's inflated. But our salaries are slowly increasing. The amount of things that we buy is increasing. The 1950s or 60s, you had a home, you had your car, you had your food. Maybe buy a new stove, refrigerator was a lot. Got the fandangled new TV or VCR. It was super expensive. But now we got cell phones, we got internet bills, we got cable bills, we got monthly subscriptions to this, monthly subscriptions to that. Our way of life has so much extra crap put onto it that we didn't used to have. That it's like this giant weight around around our shoulders and our neck that hold us down from becoming more successful, in my opinion. And the system's created this way, and we buy into it. It's our fault too, but right, we choose to have 3 kids and a family, and then each person has to have their cell phone. So let's say you're with AT&T or something. Now you're looking at a $400 bill, $500 bill, $300 bill, whatever, just to have freaking phones, right? When back in the 80s and 90s when we were kids, you had a fucking house phone. That's what you had, right? You didn't have a cell phone. One damn phone. Mom or dad might have a pager. Oldest kid, you might have had a pager, right? That's it. You don't have those cell phones. The hell? And then who would have paid those things, right? And then now you got the internet bill. What's your internet bill a month? 20, 50, 60, 100? What do you pay? Do you have multiple little things or things going on? Is there limitations? Do you have unlimited? How many devices, right? What's your internet bill? What does that cost you? And then do you have cable? Do you have Disney Plus, Amazon? Are you hooked up with Netflix? Add that to those costs. When back in the day, you had your 6 channels with the news and the cartoons and shit, or you had your little local cable channel for $20 a month, where you had like 50 channels, and you had like, the the movie, you had USA, TBS, and you had like the cartoons, and you had soap operas and whatnot, and you had your little condensed soup. Think about it, folks. We have put ourselves in a position where we consume and financially consume more and more and more, and we don't produce more, or we don't make that much more. And then two, one of the biggest things is we consume and consume and consume from other countries. So we're not even consuming our own goods. Our money's not even staying in our own economy. It's going out to third world countries where we're paying businesses and other places that have slave labor because they make the items cheaper than Americans will. So it's a very complicated conundrum, like financially, that we're in. And look, I went down a crazy route tonight. So sorry, I went down a financial route real quick at the end. See, like I like talking about a lot of different stuff, from gaming, video games, sports, news, opinion, all kinds of cool topics, right? You got the Street Fighter there. I'd love to just pop on and show you guys, right, and play it. But the thing is eventually too, sometimes I'll just start going off about something I care about. Here's a big deal. They don't teach economics in most high schools and schools anymore. They don't teach wood shop or class. They don't teach like wood shop class or like mechanics, or they don't teach welding in schools much. Some schools still have those programs, but most of them don't. It's just sad that there's not much options, not much opportunity. We get sold a false bill of goods every 2 to 4 years, no matter what side you vote for or what side's going on. Always selling us some BS. There's never true change. While they're bailing out big banks and big industry, while during the pandemic they tell every small business you have to close, while they let Costco, Walmart, and Amazon stay open, and you become mega more rich. How the is that? Now we let this happen, spineless Americans, and we put on our masks like good little boys and girls and marched around to all their orders. Well, there was the biggest wealth transfer in the history of freaking humankind. Basically, Amazon, Walmart, Costco, and all these places were doing okay, doing what they were doing. Pandemic shut down all their competition. Every mom and pop shop, every stupid little store, every little gaming store, every comic shop, every little furniture store, every little this, every little that sold anything that Walmart, Costco, whatever might have. Now you're strolling through with your little mask on at Costco because that's one of the only places you can shop at, packed to the gills, and you buy your couches there, you buy your meat there, you buy your food there, you buy your laundry detergent there, you buy everything there, when maybe you might have bought some of that there, but you might have bought your furniture at a furniture store, at a local furniture store. Then your beer or your alcohol, you might have bought at the local little store, but it's closed, let's say, or whatever. Or let's say your electronics, you're going to buy a new TV, but you really would have liked to go to Best Buy or somewhere else, your little local electronics store, but they're shut down. But here's Costco, Walmart, boom, open. Or you need clothes and you love a little family clothes store that you go to, thrift store that you go to. Boom, there's Walmart, Wally World open, selling clothes, but you can't go to the little boutique on Main Street. Think about that. So anyways, I think there's some big things coming, folks. That's why, again, I also like to talk about video games and having fun times, because throughout all this, what can we do about it? One, just be aware of it. Try to consciously fight it in a way where you're not just all out there being a tinfoil hat wearer, but at the same time, talk to fools when you get a chance, or speak up when you get a chance, or support stores when you get a chance that are certain ways. Don't support these big big box stores. Support the mom and pop stores if you can. Now that things are starting to reopen, support the drive-in over the movie theaters. Support the thrift stores and the local little Main Street boutiques, and support the little H&W, like little eateries. Support the little local restaurants, not the big freaking McDonald's, and not all these stupid places that were allowed to remain open while your little Mexican food joint got told to shut down, while your favorite burger joint got told to shut down, while your favorite Asian restaurant got told to shut down, where they can only do these menus or to go or whatever. And now they can't have tip money. They can't have all these people packed to the gills in their stores anymore. So their income just goes. They still got to pay rent. They still got to pay all those big bills associated with being a business, but income just goes. But yet McDonald's, Burger King, drive-throughs pumping out left and right, right? And this whole stupid DoorDash and food delivery craze. Sickening, man. I wish we could all kind of wake up like I feel like I have, but that's what we're here to talk about on this channel. Good stuff, fun stuff. But tonight I didn't have a subject, so we just been rambling in a sense, but you know what I mean? I plan on putting a lot more love and a lot more time into this content for you guys so that we can have a better show. But at least I want to do something, talk about something, spark a conversation, or at least get something going on. If you made it this far, thanks for watching Common Sense Talks. I'm about to jump off for tonight. Appreciate the views. If you get a chance, subscribe. Thank you very much. RC Creative, as always, the man. Thanks a lot. So see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, we'll see you guys on Common Sense Fishing live stream tomorrow. Take it easy.